She told me that she felt that she had failed me as a parent and that she had failed me in the religion.
Muslimah yang satu ini sangat menjaga identitasnya. Ia mengaku dulunya adalah seorang penganut agama Yahudi Hasidik, keturunan Jerman Israel. Ia lahir dan tumbuh besar di Kanada. Seperti komunitas Yahudi Hasidik umumnya, ia kerap mengasingkan diri dari kelompok non-Yahudi. Kondisi ini pun diakuinya membuat ia menjadi seorang Zionis yang gigih, dan sampai menganggap Israel adalah identitas kebangsaannya, walaupun mengetahui dirinya selama ini tinggal di Kanada dan tak pernah sekalipun berada di Israel pada waktu itu.
I went to a Jewish school my whole life, obviously up until the end of high school. So at that point, I was super Jewish. I was also actually a staunch Zionist. I was super pro-Israel and to, I guess, what I thought was my nationality, being Israeli.
Setelah mulai beranjak dewasa, tepatnya setelah menyelesaikan pendidikan tingkat menengah atas, barulah ia mulai mengenal dunia luar dan bergaul dengan orang-orang dari berbagai budaya, agama, dan keyakinan. Mendapati diri berada pada lingkungan yang jauh berbeda dari sebelumnya, membuat ia harus berusaha menyesuaikan diri sebaik mungkin. Ia juga mengaku kerap mendapat berbagai pertanyaan yang tak jarang dapat menggoyahkan keyakinannya.
Started basically when people would start asking me questions about Judaism. Sometimes I'd be met with challenges. A woman asked me about Shabbat, and I explained to her because, the Torah says. And I remember that question specifically from that woman. I still remember who asked me that. Her name was Mary, and I worked with her at a grocery store.
Dan benar saja dari saat itulah, secara perlahan ia mulai benar-benar terpengaruh dan melupakan ketaatannya pada agama yang telah dipeluk dari lahir dan dipelajarinya sejak kecil.
So I started distancing myself away from Judaism, and I started having a bit of doubt in my heart about what I was practicing.
Kondisi tersebut diakuinya hanya berjalan beberapa lama, karena dengan menjauh dari Tuhan, ia merasakan sebuah jalan hidup yang kosong. Namun, di tengah proses kembali itu, timbul sebuah pertanyaan kritis di benaknya yang membuat ia ragu dengan beberapa ajaran Yudaisme.
And that got me curious. So I was like, why don't Jews prostrate during prayer? So I Googled it, I went to Chabad.org, blah, blah, blah. I did a lot of research, spoke to rabbis, but it still did not satisfy me. All the responses I was getting were not satisfactory to me.
Tak sampai di situ, ia bahkan menemukan kejanggalan dalam ajaran agama yang diyakininya kala itu.
And it was at that point that I realized that Judaism, standard modern Judaism that people practice today, is called Rabbinic Judaism because a lot of the rules and a lot of the holidays and the regulations that Jews practice today are from rabbis, from rabbinical interpretations from the past. And it was at that point that I was like, that's strange. But it also explained my questions, why did we do this on Passover? Why did we do this on Chanukah? Why did we do this on Rosh Hashanah?
Pada waktu yang bersamaan, ia juga mendalami agama lain termasuk Islam, dan mendapati kenyataan bahwa Islam adalah agama yang cukup mirip dengan Yahudi. Namun saat itu ia berpikir bahwa Islam adalah agama plagiat yang meniru ajaran Yahudi.
The only thing that they believe in more is the Prophet Jesus and the Prophet Muhammad. So basically that's the only addition that it has to over Judaism. And I also, while I was Jewish, was like, oh yeah, Muslims stole our texts. They're just reusing, they're copying our texts. That's really what I believed.
Muslimah yang kini tengah membina rumah tangga dengan seorang pria Muslim asal Palestina ini, akhirnya tersadar bahwa Islam tidak menirukan agama lain. Islam adalah risalah Allah yang menyempurnakan agama-agama terdahulu.
And I realized that it wasn't copying Jewish texts, it was literally the same God. So God was continuing his message, it's the same message, and it just has, I guess, some new information, some new tweaks.
Menyadari keyakinan dirinya yang semakin tumbuh untuk hidup berlandaskan ajaran ilahi yang sebenar-benarnya, pada bulan Ramadan tahun 2017, ia masuk Islam secara diam-diam. Tetapi langkah ini diakuinya tidak berjalan mulus. Pada tahun 2018, ia mengungkapkan keislamannya dan berujung kecaman dan kekecewaan dari keluarganya setelah mengetahui keputusan yang ia ambil ini.
So it was about a year after converting to Islam that I decided that I had to tell my mom. So basically, She had made it very clear that she was not happy with my decision. She told me that she felt that she had failed me as a parent and that she had failed me in the religion. But I made it clear to her that it was nothing she had done, and it was simply part of my journey and part of my life basically, and this is what felt right to me.
Sampai saat ini, belum ada keterangan langsung dari pihaknya terkait akhir dari masalah tersebut. Yang jelas, kini ia lebih merasa tenang dan bahagia karena tak lagi harus menyembunyikan jati dirinya dari siapapun, terutama dari sang ibu.
With